Hi, everybody. Okay, there's a reason for my subtitle of Save Liam because both did what I wanted it to do today. And I'll get around to all the storylines, but I gotta start with this one first because it's the most pressing in my head. Okay, so I have to go back to yesterday for 1 minute. 1 minute. Because we left with Liam on the ground and passed out, like knocked out. And I'm like, oh God, okay. So what's gonna happen? So I assume that Bill is gonna come back and be pissed that Liam is still there and yada yada yada. I talked about that yesterday. Okay. So they go back to Liam on the ground and he wakes up and he starts to try to get up and he gets up, but it takes a minute because he like stumbles as he gets up. Because you know how I guess sometimes you have to find your footing after you've fallen down, right? Okay. So then I'm like, okay, cool, he's cool. He's gonna get up and walk away and whatever, right? Wrong. Okay. So he sees, he feels the back of his head. Like I think he feels like a knot on the back of his head and takes his hand away from his head and sees blood. Now, for all the people out there, don't be alarmed because I know that in acting they have these capsules that look like blood, but it's like paint or a fake blood. Okay, so it's not that. Okay. Um. Okay. But then he passes out again after he removes his hand from his head. So I'm like, oh God. So I'm thinking, please somebody find him. Please somebody save him. And and then of course Steffi comes by for some reason. I don't know why. Apparently they were gonna go together to be with their daughter and go rock climbing or something. Okay. So she's there and she sees him on the ground and she, oh my god, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Oh my god, Liam, Liam, and she's like screaming his name, trying to get him up, and he's not doing anything, he's not saying anything, and I'm like, call 911, call 911 now. So takes the span of like one break, and she's still freaking out. And I'm like, call 911, call 911. She finally calls 911 to say, 911, what's your emergency? Where are you located? You know, all the things, right? So she goes, it's my ex husband. He's on the ground. I don't know. I found him. He was passed out. Please hurry. Okay, so I clocked it. When they went to the commercial, it was 144. By the time they came back, it was 150. 6 minutes for the people to get there. So then, of course, they have Scott Clifton on the board, and they're gonna take him to the hospital. Then, which Steffi still sticks with him, and she's talking to the doctor, and the doctor asked her what happened. You know what happened. So then she says, "I found him passed out. Please help him. Please help him." So then all the vital signs are good, but he's still not alert, right? So Steffi says, what's the problem? So then they say intracranial bleed, which means that the blood from outside the skull is mixing with the whatever and it's not allowing air, oxygen to get to the blood, the brain. And then they say 4 minutes and you have permanent brain damage. So I'm like, please. And so I'm sitting there on pins and needles going, please save him, please save him, please save him. And it's like, and then the end of the episode, literally, before, like right before, flatline. I'm like, damn. Uh, 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 okay, please save Scott Clifton. Please save Liam. Please, 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 please. Okay? Please do that. Okay. Otherwise, let's see. So Hope is sitting there with her dad, and she gets a text from her mom. please forgive me. Please come home. She doesn't respond, and she's talking to her dad, and she's saying that, yeah, you want to say that, uh, what's her name? Sheila and I have problems, but I don't think problems covers it. And he's like, yeah, I know. So then he's like, so what do you want me to do? I don't like seeing you in pain, okay? And uh, and then he goes through the list of, I can't believe your mother stuck with them instead of you. What happened? Why? And she says, Hope says, I'll give you one guess. And then he's like, oh yeah, Rich. And then let's see, what else? What else? So then somebody's daughter, Liam's daughter, is like, I'm so excited to go rock climbing. So that poor kid, man, that poor kid. And then also she's excited for a daddy daughter dance or something. So like I said, poor kid. Okay. Then let's see, what else is going on? Oh, and then this isn't gonna happen till next week, but oh my god. Okay. So remember how I've been talking about how I want Deacon to show up? Well, when Deacon shows up, Deacon shows up. Because Deacon is going to give Carter a lesson he will never forget. Man, they let Sean Kanan go off on Carter, and, and I don't think somebody's going to make it because he's like, how dare you say whatever to my daughter? Hi, yeah! And he like wants to kick him. And then Carter, poor Carter, has to defend himself, so he tries to do something to Deacon too. I don't know, but that's just a upcoming thing, you know. But yeah. So it's gonna get good. But man, save Liam, please, please. Okay, whatever you got going on, work it out with Scott Clifton, please. Thank you. Bye, everybody.